going down, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Holmes Hobbies Motor Control. It's your boy Josh, aka Coleman, and we have the Blue Dream sitting on the bench today. This is my Axial SCX-10A-JK. I actually refer to it as an SCX-10A-JK. It is basically an ELLIOTT body retrofitted to an Axial SCX-10. However, this Axial SCX-10 is heavily modified all the way through. Just a ton of things done to this. So it's definitely not just a bolt together situation. It's a little dirty right now, still a little wet because I just rinsed it off. I have been out using it, and unfortunately I just lost a door handle. So if any of you guys out there have an extra door handle for a 2-door JK hardbody, let me know in the comments because I am definitely looking for one now. I am gonna still go look for it. Maybe I lost it on the trail, who knows, maybe I'll stumble across it, but as of right now I'm missing a door handle. So if anyone out there has one, let me know. I'm on the hunt. Now what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do just a short comparison because I'm getting ready to change the motor out in this. Since I built it, I have been running the Holmes Hobbies Puller Pro 540S stubby. That's a 3300 kV motor. There are the specs for you guys. You go ahead and pause that on there if you want to check those out. And basically it's been a phenomenal motor. I've been really bashing on it hard. I'm running it through what I call the ESP anti-spur setup. So it is a direct drive, motors mounted up front, direct drive to a reverse mounted Axial SCX-10 transmission that's been stripped down and modified. And it's got plenty of torque, does do some pretty good low speed, and it also has a lot of wheel speed. A lot more wheel speed than what I really need, to be 100% honest with you. So what I'm going to do now that these tires are kind of scrubbed in a little bit and it's, you know, dialed in, the suspension's tuned nicely, everything's working the way I like it, I want to reduce some of that wheel speed and I want to increase some of that torque. Now you did hear all that, you know, vibration on there. Sounds really loud, right? Well, that's because my upper drive shaft is actually off-centered. I have a reducer in there that's actually a little wonky right now. So it's off-centered, so that upper drive shaft is wobbling, which creates that noise. It's actually been like that for a long time now, for like 4 or 5 months, and hasn't caused me any issues. It's just an annoying vibration. So we'll be addressing that as well. First, I just want to show you guys what this does. As far as throttle response, now keep in mind I have this tuned all the way down to the throttle curve. So my throttle curve is very, it's got some serious curve to it, right? Because I like to, it's actually tuned to work with my sound unit. There. That's how that's set up right now. It's tuned to work with that, which I think is pretty cool. However, what we're going to do now is we're going to swap out that motor for this. The Revolver 540 1400 kV. That means we are literally cutting our kV pretty much in half. More than in half. We're going from 3300 kV down to a 1400 kV. I'm very curious to see how this holds up. This motor is gonna get a little bit of abuse, I'm not gonna lie. It probably will get subjected to conditions that it probably shouldn't be subjected to. However, the reason for that is because I want to know its limits. I want to know just how far I can push this thing. I've heard nothing but good stuff about them, and I'll be honest, I've yet to run one, so I'm looking forward to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and crack this bad boy open, remove the other motor, and then install this motor. First thing we do, pop the top on this beast. Thankfully on this Jeep, it is very easy to access everything. So now we've got it all exposed there. I'm going to go ahead and just wipe it down a little bit. Obviously I've been running it, so it's dirty. And It's always good just to clean things up every once in a while. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this down here so you guys can get a good look at this here. Because I get asked all the time about this setup. What exactly is the ESP anti-spur setup? And we're lacking a little bit on light today. Hopefully that'll help. But yeah, we're lacking a little bit on light today, so you guys are gonna have to bear with me. But this is how this is set up right now. You can see the battery. This is partially colored black. I'll probably go ahead and finish that off. Just, you know, if it's black under there, it helps it blend in a lot easier. We have an Axial SCX-10. Whoop, we have an Axial SCX-10 transmission right there. It's been reversed, so turned around. It's facing the opposite direction, and it has a drive shaft that runs up here to an HPI gear reduction unit, which is mounted to just a couple of homemade brackets, which sit right between the chassis rails there, right along with the CMS kit. And yeah, and there we have it. It's a super simple, easy layout. Works really well. However, we have a slight issue with this. See that there, the wobble? So that's where that racket was coming from. And that is because, right there, see how that's not straight? It's not aligned on the shaft right here. So we're gonna have to fix that, right? Now this is the first time I ever did this setup, was with this Jeep. And so it will, you know, it will take some modifying over time to get it to stay exactly how I want it. Here's a look at the rest of the electronics and stuff up in there. You guys can see not a lot of cutting done at all to the body, just a little reshaping right there. And that's it. Okay, so now we have removed the Puller Pro, right? Still attached to the HPI gear reduction unit. I'm going to go ahead and clean this up and see if I can't do something about how that was wobbling earlier. Now I've got it cleaned up a little bit. You can get a better look at it here. It's really kind of a cool setup, really simple. I mean, the reducer is obviously a little janky there. It could be better, but you know, I kind of work with what I have. I added the caution stickers. I like to do that. It just makes things look official to me for some reason. You can see I cleaned the motor up. It looks brand new still. And I'll be honest with you guys, this motor never even heated up on me. The only time it even let out any warmth at all was during the Oregon Recon G6 last year. That's how long it's been. That was the first time I really ran it hard, and I was just hammering full throttle through the dust and the dirt just over and over. I was jumping this thing and doing wheelies and burnouts and just cookies and just having fun with it. So really, I'm actually pretty impressed, you know, and even then it only got a little warm. I mean, I could still lay my hand on it without pulling it away at all. Very, very impressed with this motor. I love this motor. This is the Stubby. If you guys are wondering about it, you got any doubts or questions, just take my word for it. This motor is awesome. By far one of my favorite motors of all time, if not my favorite motor of all time. Alright, so now I'm going to try to pull this apart. There we go. That's a good look at the outer butter there. That's about 9 months worth of outer butter use. Have not cracked it open since. And you can see a lot of it's gooped up around the bottom there, it looks like. A lot of it's spun around on the inside there. I probably could have packed even more in there to just get to really stick on everything. But yeah, shout out to CowRC for the udder butter. That is a good 9-month use review on that udder butter right there. So pretty cool on that. You can see what type of exposure the motor has had there. Some grease and stuff did build up there over time. But look at this. Spins perfect, just like new. What an awesome motor. This motor has been in there for, well, since I built it. So however long it's been, it's like 9 months now, I think, or something like that. I'm sure you guys can go back and check the videos and see when I was releasing them, but that's just amazing, man. That is a brand new motor still. Phenomenal. Great job. Great job, Holmes Hobbies. I got the motor mounted up to the bottom piece there. Oh, let's see if that'll focus. There we go. Motor all mounted up there. And we're going to go ahead and lube this up a little bit more. I'm doing a lot more this time than I did last time. So now, I'm going to put that together. And it looks like a gooey mess, and I know it seems like overkill. And maybe it is a little bit, but I want it to just literally last for as long as physically possible. Let's go ahead and just turn it a little bit. Now I'll go ahead and I'll throw the final screws back in there. And we'll reinstall it. That just feels amazing. And look how slow that turns. Yeah, this thing is going to be super geared down. And you guys know me, that's how I like them. That's how I like them. Well, I guess the next thing I need to do is solder the ends on this here. Let's go ahead and get that taken care of real quick. We got our little gold ends on there. We're going to go ahead and solder these bad boys in place. Alright you guys, so I've got the 3 main wires all installed here. They're all, the tips are soldered on and I got it all plugged in. Now I'm going ahead and I'm putting a little bit of dielectrical grease. I don't know if you guys saw that there. Dielectrical grease on the tip of the sensor port here, or the sensor wire, and then putting it into the sensor port. Just for a little added protection against the elements. Just because you guys know me, I like to hit mud and stuff and dirt and all that, so hopefully this will help keep a good solid connection if I get in anything I shouldn't have gotten into. Alright, so now that's connected. I need to see if I can get this in here. Looks right. Let's go ahead and install the screws now. That's better. Still a little bit of wobble, but not much at all. Nowhere near what it was. So I say we go ahead and we fire it up and see what she sounds like. Alright everybody, so we have the Revolver 540 installed. This is a 1400 kV motor. It's outrunner, brushless, and it is censored. So what we're going to do here, let's go ahead and take a look at this, huh? We'll start up close. I want you guys to see this. Yeah. There's my wonky drive shaft I was telling you about. You see it wobbling around. I know a lot of people are going to comment on that, so I'm just going to go ahead and address it now. It has lasted for almost a year, so I'm pretty stoked on it. So this is just doing a little slow crawling here. Baby throttle. I'll show you guys some throttle input. Pretty nice. I'm going to increase slowly. As you can see, that basically cut my wheel speed in half compared to the stubby that I had in there before. And you can see I do have some obvious drive shaft issues there, but other than that, this thing is just killing it, man. How cool is that? That sure is a lot of torque. Alright you guys, so that'll probably do it. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys pick up a Revolver yourself, please let me know. I am stoked on it. I can't wait to get out and try this thing out and see how it crawls. Anyways, you know what it is. Peace and chicken grease, you guys. I'll see you on the next episode. Yeah.